Welcome to Split Decision. Derek Richards here in Detroit. Dean Napolitano in St. Petersburg, Florida. Good to see you, buddy. How are you?
Same here, buddy.
Excited for the show here. What it is, we ask random questions. Dean and I take a position on either side of the coin, and you, the audience, gets to decide who won each argument. Go ahead and post your comments down below. We would certainly appreciate that. Go ahead and like and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Dean, your website, where can people find you?
DenoLive.com, DEANO Live.com. All the social medias, I post my shows, so check it out and come to a show.
Fantastic. DerekRichards.com is my website. Go there. All the links for upcoming shows are posted right there in front of your beautiful faces. So we've got some great questions here that we had random friends of ours put together for this inaugural episode. And questions where you can take two sides. And this is going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with this first one here that my buddy Jason in Troy had sent. He says, guys, how long do I have to wait before I can ask out my buddy's ex-wife? How long should I wait to ask out my buddy's ex-wife? Dean Napolitano, 60 seconds to state your case. You are on the clock, my friend. Go.
Never, you piece of shit. You don't ask out your buddy's ex-wife. It's just, I had it happen to me. I was married. I had a friend. Turned out he comes back here, Florida, find out he asked my wife out on a date, which is my ex-wife, which no, you don't do it, because then you were thinking about it the whole time when you were friends. So you don't ask out your buddy's ex-wife. I was even, maybe not even the ex-girlfriend. You know, depending how long. If it was a month or two, maybe. But if someone's in a relationship for years, off limits.
All right, I'm going to say go for it. Because here's the deal. It's like, consider the ex-wife like a 1991 Toyota Corolla. It's sitting on the lot. It's not getting driven. Someone's going to drive it. You already know the previous owner. You already know how it was treated. You already know that, there's probably, was it a blown transmission? There's no cigarette burns in it. I think it's out there. It's fair. She's going to go with somebody. You might as well go. Listen, if you had to give away a dog and then it goes to the Humane Society, wouldn't you rather your friend go ahead and adopt the dog? I mean, come on.
That was 30 seconds. What kind of a person are you that you would compare a wife to a Toyota? First of all, I changed the oil in that Toyota Corolla for 9 years, and now you're going to put your dipstick in it? I don't think so, pal. All right? So let's two different things. That's it.
You really had somebody ask out your ex-wife?
Yeah, took her out.
Wow. Did he date her?
No, she was like, she just thought they were going out as friends, and then it turned out he was hitting on her. And I found out, and I ran into him like a year later, and I was just looking at him like, I know what you did. And he knew I knew.
Oh, he did. So you obviously now, and he was a buddy of yours.
I mean, we acted in a couple things together. I'd see him around Orlando when I'd be on jobs,
Right.
But he wasn't a comedian. He was an actor.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, obviously, he was
Jason
an actor.
in Troy, I hope that answers your question. Dean says, absolutely, no bueno, not happening. Don't ask out the buddy's ex-wife. Yeah. I say go ahead and scoop up the belongings left behind.
Oh, my God.
Repurpose it. All you're doing is regifting your ex-wife.
It's not a takeout container. All right. All right, stop. Let me stop the clock and reset this thing. Okay. All right. My friend Bruce, who I worked for when I was in my 20s, he's in his 70s. He said that if you find a wallet with $500 in it with no ID, do you turn it into someone where you found it? At a store, a bar, wherever.
All right.
You're on the clock.
Cash in the wallet. Okay.
500 cash.
All right. I will. Okay. I say depends on the neighborhood. Keep it. I would keep it. Listen, if I'm in a sketchy part of town, hear me out. If I'm in a bad part of town and I find a wallet with a bunch of cash in it that's crumpled up, might have some, cocaine residue on it or something like that, listen, I'm keeping it. All right? That money was probably being used for human trafficking, for drugs, for doing some other nefarious, some other nefarious operation. So I'm like, you know what? If I'm in a crappy part of town, I absolutely keep the money. There's no doubt. Now, if I'm in a really nice part of town, I also keep the money because odds are that prick's probably got a bunch more money. He's not going to miss it. If it's a middle class neighborhood, different scenario, I might go ahead and give it up. But no, I'm keeping it. You know what? Fuck him. Get a deeper pocket.
Time 60 seconds. All right, listen, I understand what you're saying. I've had this happen where I found a wad of cash at spring break when I was 22 with my brothers. No ID, no wallet, just a wad of cash. And I thought, Daytona is not exactly the best area, but I thought, all right, if some kid comes in here or some, college kid is like, oh, I lost all my money. And you can see when someone's frantically searching. Then I say, hey, did you lose something? I don't say, oh yeah, I dropped my money. Okay, then I'm going to give the guy the money. But it could be a bad neighborhood. Somebody might have just, got paid and they went rummaging through their thing and they dropped their money. So I wait around. I don't hand it in to the manager, the assistant manager, because they don't give a shit. And if no one claims that money, they're just going to keep it. So my thing is, if it's got an ID, I turn it in. If it does no ID, I wait around 15, 20 minutes. No one returns. Finders keepers, baby.
All right. I like that.
I think that's, fair.
That
it's
is
fair.
And that's your 60-second time. So yeah, people, listen, you go ahead and put your comments down below. Who wins each argument? So I think
I think I'm 2-0 right now. But go ahead.
Like we both sort of answered the question, like with caveats. It wasn't like we just had like the good Samaritan attitude, like, yes, I'm gonna go ahead and just turn the money back in. We're like, yeah, I'll do that, but
well, anybody that says opposite is full of shit, and you're a fool if you just hand in money. You know what I mean? It's like finding a briefcase full of cash. You're just going to hand it over to the cops?
All right.
Probably not.
This one comes from my buddy Dave in Livonia. He sent this one over. He says, do you tell your friend that their kid is a jerk? Do you tell your friend that their kid is a jerk? You are on the clock, Dean. Go.
I think it's circumstantial. It depends on the kid's age, how bad he is at your place, or if you're out with them. If a kid's rude, yeah, probably every time you maybe say it differently. You don't say, hey, your kid's a real jerk. You say, you want to control this fucking animal here? You go to your friend's house and your kid's got his sneakers up on the couch. I just saw that last week. There was a kid who was at this house and he's got his feet on the couch. I'm like, look at this little prick. But the dad didn't say anything. So is it the kid's fault or the dad's fault? I think it's the parents' fault to that degree because you would instill that. So yeah, I think you tell them every single time and you don't let it go. Otherwise, you're never going to have them over. So tell them in a friendly way. Like, hey, Joey, I got to talk to you. Your kid's kind of a dick.
You are so New York and so Italian. All right.
It could end the friendship, though. All right, ready?
I'd say, I'm going to say, I say don't say a word. You know what? Yeah. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Your kid's going to sit there and throw poop at other kids. I mean, then fine. Let them go ahead and do it. Now, by the same token, I'm not going to tell them that their kid's a jerk. I'm also not going to have them over at my house. I will find every excuse imaginable to never have them come by and bring their kid. I don't have any kids. I don't want kids. The closest thing I've come to a kid is a crunchy sock that's been in a hotel room corner. That is it. I'm not a kid person at all, but I'm not going to go out of my way to say, the reason I don't have you and Leslie over is because your kid's kind of a piece of garbage. I'm just not going to say a word. I'm like, you know what? Let him go to jail. Let him go to juvie. Let him end up in court. Let him figure it out for himself. It is simply not my problem. Dean, I have had so much peace come over me with the assistance of Irish whiskey and just being disconnected, and it's worked out perfect. I'm not saying shit.
Time. All right. I think you made your point. I disagree, but got to tell that little bastard because otherwise you're not going to have that friend anymore. So.
All right. Yeah, true. All right. You make a point.
All right. So here's a good one. I heard people, actually, this is kind of, you hear people talking about their bills and shit at the condo here. And so when somebody's bill was higher and it's, if your power bill is low and you find out it's been, you're only paying $85 a month, but then you find out your neighbor, his power bill is like $300-400, substantially higher than yours. Do you tell them, or do you keep it to yourself and say, hey, that's their problem? What do you do?
I'm gonna say I'm not saying nothing. You know what? Figure it out. Go ahead and call the power company yourself. I'm not going to go ahead and deal with your situation. And all of a sudden, now all of a sudden, it's like, look, the power company starts doing some digging, and they find out that I'm the asshole, and they switch the billing around. And all of a sudden, my bill is $350 a month, and theirs is $60 a month. I'm like, you know what? Let the power company sort it out. If I'm running a blender, a flat screen TV, an electric rototiller all the time, 24/7, and I'm not paying for it, fuck them. You know what? Not my problem. Go ahead. You
That's
deal
good.
with it.
That was 30 seconds. Nice job. I think it depends on the neighbor, right? If it's a senior and they don't know, I think you got to give that a little bit of a go. If your neighbor's an asshole, you're not helping them. Do you mention it? And I don't know. I think it depends on the neighbor. If it's the neighbor that waves to me all the time, or because you have neighbors, I'll wave to them for a week. No, and I'm like, fuck this guy. So why am I going to care about your power bill? So you can't put your hand up once in a while. Then I can't let you know that, wow, you might be getting screwed, pal. So I think it depends on the neighbor.
Yeah, you make a good point. I would say that also. Now, do you have neighbors that don't wave?
Yeah. I talk to my sister about this all the time. She goes, yeah, this bitch looked up at me. My sister's funny. And she goes, I waved to her. She looked right at me and then just looked away. And I said, nothing makes me more angry. Not even angry. I'm like, look at this piece of shit. Acknowledge that you're a human.
Well, I have a neighbor where I'm at now, and like I would wave to this guy's wife, an elderly couple.
Yeah.
And I'd wave to the guy's wife, whatever, and she would like scurry into the house. And scurry is just the perfect word. She would like kind of like look, and like she got discovered. And then she kind of like and just runs into the corner of the house like a mouse crawling into a crack in the molding. So it was so bizarre. I'm like, so my default setting is when someone does that,
Yes.
well, fuck that guy.
Exactly.
And then you know what? Here's the biggest piece of garbage moment. So I meet the guy one day. Finally, I've been in this house now for like 5 months. Finally meet the guy like a couple weeks ago. And he's like the nicest dude in the world. Turns out, here's where I'm the piece of garbage. His wife has like severe Alzheimer's, and she's like completely checked out. So now the whole time, every time I come back in the house and I'm talking to my girlfriend, I'm like, this stupid bitch. She doesn't even wave at me. She just runs into the corner. I'm like, she's medicated to the hilt. And I'm like, I am such a piece of garbage. So I'd say for somebody that doesn't wave in that situation, I'm like, do a little bit of
I guess you
research.
don't.
I mean, they could actually legit be an asshole, but they might just have other issues going on inside their head. So I'm like, in that case, I will own that I screwed up.
All right, I can see that side of it, because there are people with social anxieties and stuff. But like, then just go fucking live on 10 acres somewhere by yourself. Don't have neighbor. I don't know. I sound like an asshole, but then don't look at people. Right? If you look me in the eye, if I'm walking down a sidewalk and you walk and you look right at my eye, I'm gonna go, hey, how's it going? You don't have to answer. You just smile, but don't look me in the eye. Make eye contact and have a human moment, and then pretend it didn't happen.
Well, and there's also on the flip side, if you have somebody that waves too much.
Yes.
Like if it's like we pass by each other in the car and I go, hey, done. Now, if you do and you just keep doing this, you're a psychopath.
Yeah, you're weird.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's like kind of a hail.
Yeah,
it's
just
like,
hey, what's going on?
hey,
But when you
keep it down,
doing that, it's like you've got somebody chained up to the radiator in your house.
Yeah.
And
there's a weird.
You're trying to overcompensate with friendliness, right? Because you've done some bad shit.
That's a Disney princess wave. Hey, you don't do that. politicians wave like that. You know, it's like, who does that? Nobody does that.
Nobody does that.
Yeah.
Dean Napolitano, where can people find you again? Your website?
DinoLive.com, DEANO Live.com. You can also call it DeanOlive.com, as my son pointed out. I got this website,
Your son pointed out
DinoLive.com.
Dean Olive.
And he goes, you know, Dad, that also says Dean Olive. I go, son of a bitch. How did I miss
Like, oh, you just so lost some Christmas presents.
You know what? It's so funny. My daughter was like, it looks awesome. My son calls me out right away. That's what boys do. You know that says Dean Olive, right? I'm like, motherfucker. Oh, well.
Oh, find all my dates on DerekRichards.com. All my social media stuff is on there too. And you can find episodes of Split Decision on our social media platforms. Till next time.
Check
Take
them
care.
out. Ding, ding.